Hey everyone, Izzy here coming to you live. I just finished watching Glass, and this is my review as promised. I have to say, this was truly one of the greatest cinematic experiences I've ever had the pleasure of watching on the big screen. Anyone who is familiar with M. Night Shyamalan knows his resume as far as Signs, The Sixth Sense, The Village, Lady in the Water, The Visit, After Earth, the horrible Last Airbender film. Um, but regarding all that, he has made some brilliant films, and in my opinion, his best film is Unbreakable. And anyone who's familiar with this cinematic universe that M. Night Shyamalan started, is his comic book film, if you will. This was the very first M. Night Shyamalan film where he actually attempted to create a superhero film, and it is his masterpiece in my opinion. And people also are familiar with Splits, which again, anyone who hasn't seen this film, I'm gonna say it's safe to say pretty much the majority of people have seen this film. So when the after credit scene, or the big credit scene, excuse me, when it shows Bruce Willis's character of David Dunn sitting in a diner and they're talking about the Horde, and he mentions Mr. Glass, that's when it all tied in with the Unbreakable universe, and people were like, oh my god, is M. Night Shyamalan about to create his own cinematic universe? And when he confirmed that he was writing and getting ready to direct Glass, everybody was excited, because majority of people love this film. Glass, once again, is a combination of these two films. It is his trilogy. Glass is probably one of the greatest films I've ever seen in my life. I understand that a lot of critics have been trashing it on Rotten Tomatoes, and every other media outlet that you could possibly imagine, they have been trashing this film. It has received, I feel, an unfair treatment as far as the quality of the film. When you watch this film, and one of the things that I really do enjoy about what M. Night Shyamalan has done with his comic book, with his superhero films, excuse me. You have to forgive me, I'm a little tired. I've been up since 7 o'clock in the morning. But one of the things that I really enjoyed about his attempt at creating a superhero film was that it is a stripped down storyline. It's very realistic, it's raw, it's something that it's very unique, and it's original, and I think that's what's been really refreshing when it comes to him making these films, because it's not formulaic, it's not predictable, it's not anything where you sit there and you're expecting this massive epic battle. It's something that's very ingrained in a real life scenario. And I have to say, Glass, if you watch Glass for anything, you have to watch it for James McAvoy's performance. I mean, James McAvoy, I feel, is our generation's greatest actor. I mean, the way he's able to seamlessly flow easily within each and every personality of Kevin Crumb, it was just masterful. He is truly he is the highlight of the film. One of the critics, that a lot of critics who have been saying the same, but pretty much echoing the same sentiment, that he is like the highlight of the film. He's just a phenomenal actor. How he's able to do that so easily is just mind-boggling to me. I mean, just an amazing talent. Bruce Willis does an amazing job. Samuel L. Jackson does a brilliant job. Sarah Paulson, her new character is introduced. She does a brilliant job as well. And it's just a fun, original, cold, unique, organic type of storyline that just makes it absolutely refreshing to be a part of. I think one of the main reasons why that this film has received such harsh criticism is that anyone who enjoyed these two films, which I did as well, they had these high expectations for it. They were thinking, I'm pretty sure that they were expecting something massively epic. You know, when they think about something of this magnitude, I think they, especially after watching films like The Avengers, Infinity War, Aquaman, Bumblebee, or any other film that is a blockbuster, a huge blockbuster, they saw what M. Night Shyamalan was getting ready to do. All of a sudden, they had these wild expectations, and I think it's very important to understand when you go see Glass, do not go in with huge and unrealistic expectations. Don't do it, because if you do, you will be disappointed. It starts off really intense, creepy, brutal, and then it slows down as you get to understand the motivations of these characters, and once again getting acclimated to the atmosphere of this particular universe. Then it starts to pick up again towards the end, and then the twist ending, which again I'm not going to spoil because I don't want anyone. I want people to actually go in blind with this film, and everyone is going to have a different opinion when it comes to this ending. And I'm going to say this now: the ending is going to be very. I think the ending is going to be very dividing amongst the film viewing audience, because I can see where people would be disappointed in it, especially when you think about the hype that went with this film. I can understand how people will probably be expecting something more. I don't want to say grandiose, but I guess people will be expecting something more in your face. But again, the ending is very different. It is not what you'd expect. It's something that I think is going to be discussed for years on end. And I think Glass is most likely going to be similar to Unbreakable, actually. It's going to be that type of film that garners a huge following through its word of mouth. And I will say this, though. One reviewer that I actually watched on YouTube said, if you liked Unbreakable, you'll like Glass. I loved Unbreakable, and I really enjoyed this. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I really can't put into words just how much I enjoyed it, because I feel like it's very important for everyone to have their own experience with it. And the theater that I was watching, and it wasn't superly packed, but there was still quite a few people in there, and I heard a few people clapping after the end of the film as well. So, but I enjoyed it, and I plan on watching it again because I am quite sure that there are certain things that I missed. But I will say this, though. It is absolutely necessary to watch these two films before you watch Glass. If you go in attempting to watch Glass without seeing these, you are going to be completely lost, my friends. You will be lost. So watch these two films and then watch Glass, because then you'll be able to pick up on certain things and Easter eggs and references to past films, and it's truly a powerful experience. And I think M. Night Shyamalan actually should stick to creating films like this, his own realistic superhero films. I think he has a very unique talent for it, and I've always enjoyed M. Night Shyamalan's work. As I said, he has made some bad films, but I find him to be a very talented writer and director. He knows how to create tension. He knows how to utilize the camera. He knows how to get great performances out of the actors who at times have been known to just phone it in because they're just there for the paycheck. But he did an amazing job with this. I mean, he really did. It touches on topics of like vigilante justice, the idea of possible real life superheroes. But I think another reason why I enjoyed this film was that when it touches on the idea of superheroes being real, when we think of superheroes, we think of the films that we've seen on the big screen. We think of the comic books, we think of the cartoons, the video games, even the novels that are able to beautifully capture what we envision in our heads when we're reading about these characters and the powers and the battles and the monologues. We become so immersed with their storylines and their universe. But in actuality, if superheroes were real, if vigilante justice were to actually become a thing, it would be about as exciting as real life as we know it right now. There wouldn't be anything like flying, telepathy, optic blast, adamantium metal, cloning. It wouldn't be anything like that exciting. I mean, I think David Dunn having invulnerability, psychic ability, and super strength, Kevin Crumb having these 23 different personalities, along with the going to superhuman strength when he becomes the Beast. Then you have Samuel Jackson, who is a character in Mr. Glass, who has genius level intellect, and he's able to organize certain events that put him on the level of someone like a real life Lex Luthor. And I think that's brilliant. I think it's something that was absolutely needed, because we have, as much as I love these comic book films that have been coming out as of late, I did enjoy the Avengers, I did enjoy Aquaman, I did enjoy Wonder Woman. So I mean, I love superhero films, I do, but it's been high time to, I think, create films of the superhero genre where things are stripped down, where it's a lot more realistic, it's a lot more raw, and more focused on the characters. About the closest we had to that, in my opinion, was the films Kick-Ass and Kick-Ass 2, which are great films too. But I will say Glass is a true 5 out of 5 experience. This is a spoiler-free review, by the way, so I don't want to get... This is something that's allowed me to share my thoughts of what I felt about the film, and this is a 5 out of 5 for me personally. I enjoyed it. I hope anyone who might be on the fence, especially when it comes to the negative reviews that it's been receiving, I would hope people would give it a chance. And I just say, when you don't go in with high expectations. I'll put it that way. Don't go in expecting something massively epic, and then you come out disappointed because it didn't meet what you had in your head. Go in completely blind. Do your best to avoid reviews. Do your best to avoid the spoilers. Go in with your own perspective, and when you watch it, if you didn't like it, at least you know that because it's something that you articulated from your own thoughts. And if you enjoyed it, hey, more power to you. I hope you guys do enjoy it, actually, because I think it deserves a fair chance. And I think it will actually become very successful once more people watch it and they become understanding of what M. Night Shyamalan was attempted to do with this universe. And it's just a great film, a truly great film. 5 out of 5. Anyone who is interested in seeing my YouTube channel, the link is in my Facebook. And anyone who's interested in reading my retro film reviews that I've been doing quite often on my Facebook, the link is there as well on my YouTube channel. And you're feel free to comment, like, not like, whatever. My next review is most likely going to be, I'm not sure actually. I want to see The Upside, but again, I'm not really in such a huge rush to watch that. So I'm trying to see what my next film review is going to be in the theater. But in any case, go see Glass, a true must-see in my opinion. And I will be seeing you guys very soon. Peace out, my friends.